It's December of 2025, and on the weekend before Christmas, I'm at the Valley Railroad in Essex, Connecticut to film something so rare it can only be seen at a handful of places in North America. 3 steam locomotives in operation on the same railroad. Only a few lines nationwide can even roster 3 operational locomotives, and due to the expense of running a steam locomotive, even fewer railroads can afford to regularly operate them all at once. However, the Valley Railroad is no ordinary railroad, and here, with Christmas just around the corner, they've found the perfect way to have these engines earn their keep, by hauling trains to the North Pole. Every year, all 3 engines are steamed up and along with the diesel locomotive haul trains every half an hour to the North Pole for over a month. It's a truly amazing show of steam as the cold weather and late night operations combine for beautiful shots of the train that are simply impossible to get anywhere else. It's 2 p.m. and soon the first train of the day will leave Essex Station heading north to Deep River where the railroad has built a North Pole where Santa and his elves board the train. Our engine for this run is number 97, a 280 consolidation built by Alco in 1923. It worked on the Birmingham and Southeastern until 1958, and after operating for several different tourist railroads it came to the Valley Railroad in 1970. It operated there for several years, and after a second restoration in 2018, it has seen regular service on these trains. Next to it is number 3025, a 280 Mikado built in China for the Knox and Kane Railroad, and subsequently modified to resemble a New Haven steam locomotive. Still in the engine shed is the third engine, number 40, a second 282 built by Alco in 1920 and used by various railroads until coming to the Valley in 1977. Just before engine number 97's scheduled 2 o'clock departure, 3025 pushes its train back down the siding to eventually pull into the place currently occupied by number 97 and begin loading. Soon, the 2 o'clock departure time arrives and number 97 leads the first train of the day out of the station. Catch the train at Old Deep River Road. We're out of the town center now, and from here to the end of the line, tracks will stay deep in the woods. We continue to chase the train north, and after pulling ahead of the train, we catch it flying through the woods at Ratlin Valley Road. Even further north, tracks cross a small road leading to a marina. Deep River Landing and the North Pole are just around the corner, so the train is slowing a little to prepare to stop. After a quick stop at the North Pole, the train is again heading north. It will return back to the North Pole later, where it will meet the 2:30 train. This shot is from later in the day, and it's number 40 powering the train now. This is near Railroad Avenue in the town of Chester. Across the marsh from our last spot is Dock Road and one of only a few sections of real grade on this line. We're back with engine number 97, who can be working hard to power its train up the grade. From here, trains must reverse back to Deep River Landing in the North Pole, where they will meet a northbound train. Here, number 97 is reversing back towards the landing. Once 3025 is left north with its train, 97 uncouples from the head of the consist. Now it will pull forward to clear the switch, then reverse back down the siding and couple onto the tail of the train. '97 now waits for the 3 o'clock train, led by engine number 40, to pull into the siding so it can return to Essex. Soon a plume of the steam in the distance signals the arrival of the 3 o'clock train. '97 heads back south to the station. A little later in the day, we catch the train at Ratland Valley Road, this time with engine number 3025 leading on its way back to Essex. By now, daylight has all but vanished, but the trains will keep running late into the night. As the last of the daylight fades, a train arrives at Essex Station, hauled by number 40. Once night falls, the scene changes as the many strings of lights decorating the station come to life and give the scene a festive atmosphere. The next train is now about ready to leave, and as the light fades, 3025 leaves for the station, heading north into the twilight. Darkness has fallen now, but at Dump Road there's still a little bit of light from a nearby road. The fourth train of the day is hauled by a vintage GE 80-ton diesel locomotive, seen here as it approaches the grade crossing. The next train out of the station is again a steam locomotive, this time engine number 97. Here it flies along Highway 154 outside of Essex. farther north at Deep River, the view is also changed with the start of night. The bright beam of 3025's headlight is visible as the engine hauls its train into the landing. Once the train is in position at the landing, a flagman moves forward to protect the crossing. Then, engine number 97 reverses back into the siding to allow 3025 to continue north. Just like before, 97 now runs forward to clear the switch. The switch is thrown and 97 reverses back to couple onto its train. '97 now waits for the next train, led by engine number 40, to pull into the siding so it can proceed south. Soon, a light is visible in the distance, and 40 can be seen pulling its train into the North Pole.
Joe?
Beautiful light we got here.
It's a little nippy.
It's better though. It's getting warmer as the night goes on. It is.
I need to be set on fire. You can have your LG.
'97 now heads back south to the station with its train. We're back at Dump Road, and 3025 is hauling its train back to Essex Station. We're back at Essex Station, and 40 is about to arrive to end its trip. Soon, the flashers at the grade crossing activate, and we can see the glow of 40's headlight around the curve. As soon as 40 is gone, 3025 can leave the station to start the next run north. Once 3025 leaves the station, 97 is clear to push its train back in the siding. With the train in position, 97 uncouples from the rear of the consist, then runs around its train to get back on the head end to leave north. For the rest of the night, this pattern continues as trains continue to haul guests on a special trip to meet with Santa at the North Pole. It's an amazing operation, and the cold weather, dramatic lighting, night photography, and the chance to film a meet between engines make this scene not only unique, but one of, in my opinion, the most amazing steam railroading experiences in the country. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like to let me know that you enjoyed this video, and maybe even subscribe to help the channel grow and make sure you don't miss out on the next one of these videos. Thanks for watching everyone, and have a great day.